What you talking that's funky. About my face, wearing that monkey. Not that. That might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. It's the
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They started on the ground with Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Broncos, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
It's Eckler again. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw here. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. They'll roll him out right. Touchdown, Broncos! Quez Watkins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Chargers, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew They're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind. It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Rolling to his right. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got a man, it's Sutton, that's complete. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Christian McCaffrey, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Broncos 14, Chargers nothing.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's working the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Broncos 21, Chargers nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy. And can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! From 13 yards out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Chargers nothing.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there and 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Chargers.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
Now it's Herbert.
Brings up third and
Buying time to his left. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
28. Chargers, nothing.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he's taken down back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A gain of 8 there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Out to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Herbert now. Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Herbert off of play action. He gets this out to Spiller. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
That's another Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be brought down at the 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Somehow I feel he's going to hear the same thing when he gets to the sidelines after this series. So close to the first down marker, just tuck it and run for the first down. No sense trying to throw it downfield, and that one falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And my goodness, another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 79 Broncos.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go now. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before the break for Herbert. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Ready.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey.
9 yards is the pickup there. They'll have a 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Okay, ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man, and again it's Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown.
Cortland Sutton, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
42. Chargers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. McCaffrey running up the middle.
Down at the 25. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Rolling to his left. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
That's another Chargers first down.
On first down, Justin Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. To throw again on second down. Herbert, man open left side, it's Williams. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for it. It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Herbert escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And now here is another interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44.
Want to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him, but you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on, but it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stay in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you can...
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it and picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. Herbert.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He put that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
68 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to
puts it on the carpet. It's out. And I think the offense got it back. They did. Inside the 10-yard line, they avoid disaster. They opt to go for it, and they get it. First and goal after a pickup of 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Now back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the point.
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Caught left side, Williams.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert, throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And he's now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. 89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. Boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the Broncos first down.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Ready.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Let's go. Trap 50.
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Herbert on 1st down now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Well, this is caught by Williams. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they'll get the